Hi, Howard, and welcome to the School of Relational Bodywork. Howard's going to be teaching for us a craniosacral therapy training from the 4th through to the 8th in Lisbon in September. And this short video is going to highlight some of the benefits of craniosacral therapy for embodiment, not only for the client, but for the practitioner. And some of the things we see in our practice that can be seen as interruptions to perhaps healthy embodiment, like disassociation and bypassing, and how craniosacral bypasses that by communicating directly with the wellness in the individual and without engaging the mind, so that there can be a release and a return to wellness in essence. So yeah, thank you, Howard, for joining me.
Just to say, I mean, this term relational bodywork is so important, because a lot of modern bodyworks are very, I mean, they're taken from medical massage or osteopathy, which, are medically directed. So the person's becoming an expert on the other, through language or whatever, and this work is not that. It's very much more associated with psychotherapy, that we put the client in the powerful position. We put ourselves in a very receptive position, and in a way, we use the body, but in the gentlest way, so that somebody can really let go. So we're not imposing force, we're not imposing judgments, and we're not imposing expectations either, any of which can shut down the process of the client. What we're setting up is a relationship where the person can feel so safe that they can begin to reorganize inside. And in terms of embodiment or unembodiment, which would be disassociation, it means we can set up a relationship, a physical relationship, where somebody is able to re-explore their body. Somebody who's left their body, has disassociated, has a tendency to go there because it's a safe place, either because of injury, because of accident, because of abuse, or some other physical trauma or mental trauma. They have a way out, and they will habitually use that. Craniosacral is such a kind way of engaging with their body that they begin to explore the way back in, knowing they can leave when they want. So it's a very good way of helping people re-embody and explore that. One of the terms that I really like in craniosacral, I use it in craniosacral, was taken from Arnold Mindell, I think, which is the dreaming body. And really the state where our client is really working is a dreaming state. It's like a long dreaming state. We know that the normal dream state lasts fragments of seconds, but this is the dreaming state that goes on, and the person works with the dreaming body. We know that is something to do with the connective tissue. We know that's something to do with the connective tissue and fluid and life force. We know we have a dreaming body, because we dream. and that's a body language, maybe recognized by the mind. With this approach to craniosacral therapy, we're working with dreaming body. And I would just say, because it's very fresh, I was working with a woman yesterday, to all intents and purposes, a very rigid body, a lot of holding. She lost her father when she was very young, a lot of crisis in terms of where her father came from, which was Lebanon. But she wanted to tell me her dream, what she saw. And she described a dream, and she described it from looking up at a train, at desert images. These were images of her childhood. And from a small person's perspective, it was something very beautiful. She was describing the country that she remembers as a child, a journey by, it was something extraordinary. And I was literally just in relationship craniosacrally with this woman's dreaming body. So we work in a very, very extraordinary way. And I think it's kind of unlike a lot of other work. And I love it. And I love teaching it. And I love sharing it. And I'm sure everybody will love it by the time we're finished.
Beautiful, Howard. Thank you so much. It was important to share this because I think it's a underrated or overlooked modality or approach to supporting people with this term that has become so popular, embodiment. What does it mean? How do we do it? And this is in a very unpretentious, non-imposing way. So I think it's great that we've named it its application and its efficacy in this gentle way. So yeah, just a reminder, if you're interested and you want to find out more information by speaking to one of us, I'm available. If you look at relationalbodywork.org, you can book a call with me to ask further questions. The training is €750 for the 5 days, 30 hours. It's a very practical and embodied training rather than mental and theoretical. And we're about half full. We've got 10, 11 or so inscriptions, and we're going to stop at 20 to preserve that sense of intimacy. Howard and I will be there for the 5 days, and there's some availability on the weekend to have one-to-ones with Howard. I'll also be offering some sessions. So if you want to experience it one-to-one and go on a journey for yourself as a practitioner, here's your opportunity to do so. We
totally welcome burned out therapists.
Yeah.
They only come, to recover and resource. It's really, so if you're burned out, if you feel overwhelmed by your practice, join us.
Yeah. And the idea of this, which Howard has said on previous videos, is to strip back and to simplify and to offer a gentle approach that's gentle on your body and gentle on the client's process. So we really welcome burnt out therapists and people who are concerned about the longevity of their practice. This is something that you can do, and Howard's experience is 30 hours of what he's stripped away back to. People feel confident and are giving beautiful hour-long or so craniosacral sessions after this training as an adjunct to their practice, or some people choose to practice more in this way than what they were doing before. So it's a great opportunity, and the first time that Howard's done this in Lisbon, Portugal. So
I'm excited. I've never been to Portugal before.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Great. Thank you, Howard.
My pleasure. Good to be joining you.
Thank you. Awesome. See you soon.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.